It's me. What'd you expect? You want topics? Bet we got some coming up for you. Yeah, sure. Welcome back to another episode of the We Here podcast. I am your host, as I've been your host. It's your boy MOP, Mario on Point, whatever you like to call me. As long as you like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get right into the thing, because y'all know how we like to do these things. And it's been a hot one this week. Now, how we talked about on the podcast, if you've been in tune with what we got going on, a lot of relationship stuff, and one of them relationships we can't seem to stop talking about is Cardi B and Offset. And they are at it again. Now, last time I mentioned the situation with Cardi and Offset, we were under the impression that, they're married, they got a lot of kids, they have the history. I couldn't see them actually, breaking up or actually not being together anymore. But I am a man of my word. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And when I'm right, I'm right. But even if I was wrong, I could have been right. But look, I'm a man of my word. I was wrong, okay? I thought they can maybe, rekindle, put this in the past, and make it work. That doesn't seem to be the case. Now, typical stuff, relationships, you beef with your BM or whatever the case may be. They've been going through turmoil. I'll just put it like that. Cardi B was on a live, and Offset had mentioned that while Cardi was pregnant, that she actually had slept with somebody else. Now, for Offset's standpoint, as a man, I get it. If you got a woman, you get her pregnant, you feel like that's the most disrespectful thing that you can do. But with that being said, you have to know your partner. We're talking about Cardi B, a former professional dancer, if you will. Let's just say stuff like this, the ratchet tendencies, you might get that from Cardi. Even though that's not actually her personality all the way, or that's how you perceive her today, she still got a little bit of that in her. So when Offset called her out about, sleeping with somebody else when she had a baby, what y'all think Cardi B did? Like I just gave y'all a little rundown. She ain't try to brush it off or nothing. She said, and I did. I know that hurt Offset hard. Because especially when you're going through, with your girl, is like, if she's like, doesn't matter if it's online or offline, if she says something to really try to dig a nerve at you, if you don't react the way she wants you to react, it's gonna be a problem for her, right? If you try to put the same card on her and she don't respond the way you want, you gonna feel some type of way. And this is exactly what happened. But the only problem is, this was put on Front Street for the whole world to see. So obviously they've been beefing, going back and forth, but it started to raise a question when it comes to this situation. They already got 3 kids together, expecting their 4th. Is Cardi B wrong for sleeping with somebody while she was pregnant with Offset's baby? Now, I really want y'all to think about this, because I got a couple examples I can just remember off the top of my head, a situation like this, but it's the man doing it to the woman, and y'all want to crucify the man, right? Ryan Garcia, the day after he has a baby with his girl, he breaks up with her, and y'all mad at him. Now, despite the timeline or what may or may not have happened, we got to look at the real situation. Is this a problem? And is this like low, like bottom of the earth behavior? Because you talk about a woman being pregnant, supposed to be her most precious time, or giving life to a baby. You're supposed to be filled with happiness, and and like I said, it's just supposed to be a moment that you can really hone in on and see as a special moment, like something you always gonna remember. When you have something like this, it kind of taints what that true meaning actually is, right? Now, I just want to know, before I get on the tangent too long, I just want to know, is Cardi B wrong for this or not? Now, I'll give y'all a second to reply, because some people would say, well, technically they are broken up, so it doesn't really matter if she was pregnant or not pregnant, because they're broken up. That ain't got nothing to do with Offset. Okay, I don't agree with that point, but I can see if you said that, why you would think that. But if that's the case, then why is it a big deal if a man cheats on a woman while she's pregnant? Because technically, if it's the same situation, we've been hearing about this Cardi B and Offset thing for a while. Divorce here, then you see them together, then they're not together. So it's kind of been a little back and forth. It's not like they've been completely separated, but at a time that's most advantageous for you when you're in a relationship, if you guys are technically on a break, women like to see is like, that's like fair game to do anything. Me personally, I disagree, because if you plan on getting back with the person, now you just got more extra baggage that the person got to worry about, right? So I guess it's all just how you decide to move in your relationship. But I mean, if men are looked at a certain way for cheating on your pregnant girlfriend or former girlfriend or baby mom, whatever the case may be, I think we got to give the same smoke to Cardi B, right? Because like it's essentially the same thing, but not only that, it's like you actually got the baby. I couldn't take that as a man if I got a girl pregnant and I know another dude is knocking my girl's boots loose and I got my baby in there. Like that's gonna mess me up. Like even if it happened or it didn't happen, I'm gonna be thinking about, yo man, and you had this man lumber hitting all on my baby forehead. I'm not really cool with that. Like some people you can, man, I'm not even gonna think about that, but you gotta think about that. We talk about the most precious moments, like, oh, I remember when you were a baby and you were inside the womb. They got the little diagram. Oh, your baby's the size of an apple, your baby the size of a whatever the case can be. So you got all those moments that you was proud for when your wife was actually pregnant and going through it. Now it's kind of tainted because now every time you think about it, you're gonna be like, man, okay, so he was this size at this month. Was that when she was uh sleeping with dude, or I don't know? And then you gonna start to think like, even though it's been well past the time that she was well and pregnant, you gotta start thinking, now is that baby yours? Because you sleep with a girl, you ingest your love nectar. Usually, you got a baby that comes out afterwards, right? Few months, sorry, 9 months after. I don't need to break down like that. Y'all know when a baby come, but whatever. But if you do that in like the first month, and maybe your girl don't know she's pregnant, or she just finding out that she's pregnant, but when she sleep with another dude, and he doing the same thing, he's spreading his love nectar in her as well. So now don't nobody know who baby it is until the baby actually gotta come out. You gotta get DNA. So you gonna feel stupid if you was messing with this girl for 9 months, catering her, pregnant girls be having all them weird or little random cravings, like she wanted chocolate pickle with poppy seeds and barbecue sauce, or well, whatever weird concoction these women ask for. And you was there step by step, holding it down, make sure she got all these things to make sure she was good, and just to possibly find out that the baby not even yours. Say what y'all want, but I'm saying on it. Cheating on a pregnant woman is not as bad as a girl who's actually already pregnant with your baby, letting another man spread his love nectar in her. I'm staying firm on that. Now, granted, people like to make it seem like, okay, well, Offset was cheating on Cardi B a lot, and I don't disagree with that. I've said this numerous times that Offset is a serial repeat cheater. And it just is what it is. It's always that double standard. When a guy does it different, when a woman does it, whatever the case may be. I'm not faulting Cardi B for that. I just honestly wish, me personally, I wish she maybe would have waited until after she had the baby, because apparently she started talking to dudes like at the end of June or whatever the case may be. That's cool. That's not a problem. But it's like, man, you can't be like, while you pregnant, you can't be when you pregnant with my baby, you can't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be still sleeping with other dudes. And, like, dudes is chatty patties too. Like, dudes gossip like women too. You know what I mean? So they love to say, like, oh, yeah, I was hitting, such and such as BM while she was pregnant with his dude. You know what I mean? Now, unless we see Cardi B with this man, years and years down the line, all of a sudden it doesn't seem that big of a deal, right? But at the end of the day, in the moment, we're still dealing with it. I see women praising Cardi B. I don't see a lot of women, saying it's wrong that what Cardi B did, which is, whatever. And then, I see a lot of men, falling to the side of Offset to understand it. And then some people, being realistic like myself, understand like, yo, Offset, I ain't gonna lie, that's messed up with Cardi. I ain't gonna lie, but bro, you got caught cheating so many. That's just what the public knows. That's the worst part. It's like, even all the stuff that we know about, it's still stuff that you guys probably keep private in your home life, right? But the problem is when you bring it to the internet and you make your girl look some type of way, that's the real problem. Honestly, I feel like majority of women, as long as they don't find out, like they not gonna trip. You know what I mean? Like, don't have your girl out here looking stupid. And I hate to say it, but I'm not even gonna say I hate to say it because I hate saying I hate things. But I mean, we just gonna keep it a band. We gonna keep it a band. We gonna keep it a bendica. Offset, my boy, you was getting caught cheating online. Like, you online, you playing the video game, you snatch the phone, put it in between your legs, like, Come on, man. You got Cardi B looking crazy, so we not gonna do that. You know what I mean? It is messed up that she did that, but at the end of the day, you can only do so much to somebody for so long before they eventually react. And that seems to be exactly what happened. And Offset didn't like it. And I don't know, just for me personally, I just think it's corny just for the simple fact, yes, as a public, we know you guys are public figures, some of that stuff is gonna get out. But everything doesn't need to get out, right? Some things you should probably keep, kind of close to home so it doesn't have people speculating and giving room to embarrass one another, because I guarantee that was the main thing about Cardi B is the fact that you got the whole internet saying this about your husband and yada yada yada. Like she just also just had her out there looking stupid, so I'm not gonna completely be like, oh, Offset, you didn't deserve this, but at the end of the day, like, when you playing the game of infidelity, you might be a victim of infidelity yourself. Now ain't the time to cry wolf, because when you was doing it, it wasn't a big deal, right? So anybody who's out there, women or men, if you are cheating and your partner does take you back, just realize it's never gonna be okay. They always gonna try to get their one up, even if you cheated. She puts you in the doghouse, whatever. You shaping up the game. You stop DMing these females, stop liking pictures, all that stuff. She's still trying to get her get back. So why you doing all this to clean it up? You're not even thinking about her getting no get back. You think like you doing all the right thing. Everything is gravy. No, she is hitting up that dude that's always in her life, always in the DM. The dude that's always talking to your girl, like talking to himself in your girl's DM. That's when she all of a sudden she like, man, go ahead, mess old dude, and dudes be thirsty too, they be talking to 10, 12 DMs, no reply back. As soon as she hit up, damn, what you doing, man? We should do something. And she just strictly motivated and driven by getting her get back that she'll just use anybody as a pawn. So don't get caught up in the fire. Young Thug had a famous tweet back in the day. Don't get popped trying to comfort my girl while I be going through it. And that is real because you being used as a pawn. Most likely they're gonna get back together and they're gonna deal with whatever they gotta deal with. Even though it's still gonna be toxic, they still gonna be together and you still gonna be the outside looking in. But I think that kind of puts a pin on the whole Cardi B and Offset situation, a situation that we seem to continuously come back to just because it seems to continuously be things to talk about with the relationship. But maybe there are actually officially breaking it off, but only time will tell. And I know I like to do when we have these topics, I like to ask you guys, just get a little feedback. What y'all think? Is Cardi B wrong for sleeping with another man while she was pregnant with Offset's baby? Or was she completely justified? And I'm gonna get you on the B side with Offset. Does Offset have a reason to be mad for cheating, or did Offset deserve that and now he will use it as a learning lesson to move smarter in the future? Let me know down below and we're gonna get right to it. But y'all know I'm gonna hit y'all with another topic before we go ahead and get on out of here. I'm gonna send y'all on your day. How y'all thinking about, looking at your girl with the side eye like, man, if you got a baby, you cheating. Yeah, look. We're not promoting none of that, man. She is doing it. She is cheating on you, man. Come on, you got to keep it P and just keep it P. You feel me? But we'll be back right after this commercial break. Go get your snacks, your drink, whatever you need, and we're gonna be back. And I got another relationship topic that I think is gonna have some of y'all out, but we'll be right back. Y'all know I didn't lie to you. I said after the commercial break, we'll be back, and we back. But let's get into the next topic. I said before it might get a little spicy, but we're here for it. I'm gonna throw this up on the screen. Boom. It says women calls out single successful men for not wanting to date single moms. This user says, you probably won't be able to see the name because I will eventually blur it out just because we ain't trying to dox nobody. But as this post says, single successful men that don't date women with kids, it's so sassy to me. Baby, how you a grown man but scared of some kids? How you allow some kids to let you miss out on this good woman? It's giving you weak. Ooh-wee. I'm gonna keep it respectful. I ain't gonna go too crazy, right? Because that's how she feels. We can't make nobody feel no type of way for how they truly feel, but we can acknowledge if you have a stupid way of thinking. And I'm not gonna say your name, but shorty, you is a clown. But let me explain why. You can't be mad that a man don't want to deal with that. Just like a man can't be mad at you because you don't want to deal with a certain thing. Because don't act like we don't have women out here that's like, oh no, I don't want to date nobody with kids. It be women that be talking about they don't want to date men with kids and they be having kids. Let's really just put this in perspective. We're not just gonna sugarcoat and act like what's going on ain't really going on, because it is going on. All I get from this woman saying this is the fact that you feel some type of way because you are running to men that don't want to deal with the woman who has kids. Now, obviously, I need a little bit more context, because I'm assuming any guy that doesn't want to deal with a female who has kids, it has to be because he doesn't have kids. Now, all men aren't like that, but there are men out there like that for sure. Because why would he want to get into a situation where it's like, you got kids and he don't got kids, and he trying to give you suggestions, and you make it seem like he don't know anything because he don't have kids? No man want to be in a situation like that. Real alpha men not going to want to be in that. You might be able to get a beta male who just going to let you do whatever and boss him around and yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, you don't even want a man like that. You know what I mean? So it kind of goes both ways. And I think the main thing that she's really missing out on is like, look, you said single successful men. It's a reason that they're single and they are successful. Sacrificing a relationship to be successful in their job is a sacrifice that they feel is for the betterment of their life. And you can't blame them for that. He probably sees as a woman who got kids, it's like it's a financial liability. You know what I mean? Especially if he don't got kids. You know what I mean? It's to the fact that he probably single because he trying to keep all his little chili to himself. It don't mean he not dating women. It's just he probably not seriously dating a lot of women. Long-term relationships or anything like that. And you can't fault that. But when I see a post like this, it doesn't surprise me, because that's how a lot of women are now. You said a lot. Look, I'm not gonna get into the percentage, but like, if you feel offended by what I said, I'm talking about you. If you understand exactly what I'm saying, we good. I'm not talking about you though. But there are women who want you to financially support them before you guys are even serious. It's like you can't, you ain't get the buns or nothing like that. But like, she talking about, oh well, my nails cost this, and my kids got daycare at this, and my car. Yo, that's a horrible investment. If I gotta start messing with you and you already got all these things you need to take care of, it's not a sign of me being weak. I'm just not dumb. I'm not. How am I not in debt? And I'm in debt because I'm messing with you, and we not even rocking with each other like that. That's just a bad. That's just a bad financial move, right? And she can say, "Oh, it's giving weak or whatever." It's giving self-preservation. It's giving like he not falling into the social constructs that we have, that it says like, "Oh, women are this and men should deal with them and take them forever they want." Why do you want to deal with a man who's not even actually trying to take you serious? You can't force nobody to be with you. If you make a man feel like, oh, like you weak for not wanting to date me and deal with all my kids, man, so be it, Because the fact that you still worried about a man and you got your kids, you already got your priorities messed up. Like, you should have put yourself in a better situation before getting to this point to talk about, oh, now a man whose kids these aren't, he doesn't want to deal with me because they aren't his kids. Like, how you gonna be mad at him for that? Be mad at those kids' fathers why they don't want to be with you, or father if it's just a single father to these 3 kids or whatever the case may be. Don't throw your bad decisions and your burdens on another man when another man was supposed to take care of that and he didn't do that for whatever reason. So now I'm looking at you with the side eye. It's giving crazy. It's giving broke. It's giving handout. It's giving a meal ticket. It's giving all that, because I feel like you just trying to get like a little gravy pass, right? You made a decision. Oh, you thought this guy was the one. Boom, he wasn't the one. You tried another one. He's not the one. Boom, you tried another one. He's not the one. Now you want to come find somebody else to clean up all the decisions that you thought you was gonna come up on with these 3 kids, and now they got to make it right. That ain't right. I'll just be completely honest with you. Now you can say how you a grown man, and you scared of some kids, how you allow some kids to let you miss out on this good woman. It's like, we don't even know if you're a good woman at all. Okay, cool. You got a fat ass. That's cool. It's plenty of fat ass. Like, you a good woman just because you got, like, come on now, we got to be realistic. Like, the looks and stuff is cool, but like, at the end of the day, if a man is not dealing with you and you look like that, it's probably something else you got going on. You probably didn't already try to put him in debt before. You're like, yeah, let's go to dinner. It's like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do about the light bill. I will, good luck. You know what I mean? Like, should no man have to be responsible for taking care of stuff that you accumulated when you guys weren't even together, or you guys weren't even talking, or he didn't even know you? Like, that just doesn't make sense. And a lot of, like, I always speak about the now, because the now is definitely different than dating back then. But it's like just the expectation that women will have for men who aren't even, like, you guys aren't even actually in a relationship. That's different. You're not talking about you dating this man and now he don't want to deal with your kids, because a man that's willing to date you and he knows you had these kids. I mean, obviously that just comes like hand in hand. That's not going to be an issue. But the fact that you're maybe dating these guys, couple dates, whatever the case may be, and you feel like he's weak because he doesn't want to deal with that. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you speak highly about yourself and you think that you are such a good woman that any guy should want to deal with you and your 3 kids. But just the reality of it, you might not be for everybody. Okay. And that's cool, but you can't take that on men just in general, like not wanting to date single moms. I feel like if you're a single mom, you already got enough stuff you want to, you already got enough on your plate. If you're a single mom, like you already dealing with a lot. And, I ain't got kids, but I'm a single father when it comes to my dog. Like, I get it. It's hard sometimes. You feel me? I'm not out here like trying to find a woman to take care of my dog. Can you walk my dog when I'm at work and all this other stuff? Man, I'm handling my business. I'm doing everything that I need to do to take care of my quote unquote child. Granted, you got 3, so it's a little bit harder. But they ain't stopped making condoms. They've been making rubbers. Like, if you wasn't ready for to be in a situation like that, we got to deal with these kids, and whatever the case can be, that's on you, and you can't take it out on nobody else. I be tired of seeing these posts about these women talk about these men aren't doing this and these men aren't doing this and these aren't, like, when it become like obligation time, we got to do it. Like, don't get it wrong, like chivalry still exists, right? It's some respectable gentlemen out there, but it's like the women who are online talking like this, most of y'all aren't finding those men, because men see something like that and we instantly get turned off by this. You know what I mean? It's like you already build an expectation before we start dealing with each other. Now, granted, when you deal with somebody, you should have some type of expectation, some standard, whatever the case may be. You can't fault them because they don't fall into those expectations you have. They're your expectations. If this is what you truly believe and this is what you stand firm on, okay, this guy doesn't respect that, cool. Move to the next one. And move to the next one until you find who fits those expectations. Because you're trying to find this perfect man or whatever you see to be fit to be a perfect man, and you're not finding it. Maybe you need to change your expectations a little bit. That's all I'm saying. It could be something just as simple as that. Just change your expectations, and you might be a little surprised, the type of men that you find, or the type of men that will actually want you. Because there's definitely guys out there who are wanting to play stepdaddy and are actually successful, but with attitude like this, you might be hard pressed. Is that little boy sticking up his middle? Oh, I thought that little boy was sticking up his middle finger. I was like, yeah, you definitely gonna have a hard time finding a man who deal with him, because your kid's bad as hell look like. But I'm gonna take that back, because he was holding a piece, so he was just holding it like this, and like that just, I don't know, it looked like he was flicking it off. So I was just about to toss that whole segment. It's like, that's why you can't find nobody, because you got these little bad rascal kids running around. Anybody trying to get, no, but it's all good. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I really got to say about that. I would love for some women to tap in and let me know how you feel about the situation, because obviously it is different, because it's not very rare that men will find a woman who's willing to take care of them and is more financially stable than them. It's usually the other way around. So usually for men, we don't really feel no type of way about these conversations, just because I think men are under the impression that you work hard, you get money, you can have a little bit more options to certain women. Women a lot of times they date for financial stability, and men are dating for looks and somebody who actually we enjoy to be around. But I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. It's been another episode of the We Here Now podcast. Trifecta channel still going on. We got the like, comment, subscribe. You want to hit all 3? You just like that. Like, I ain't got nothing to say. Like, you, like I said, you post on your story. You tag me. I'm gonna show you some love. I'm posting on the story, and we rocking. But I don't think I got anything else to say. I miss y'all. Whatever. I ain't gonna keep talking about the look. When y'all see me, y'all gonna see me. Sometimes I gotta make y'all wait a little bit to know y'all really miss this show. But Y'all just having it. Y'all low key been on me about when I'm dropping. And look, I got y'all. It ain't gonna happen again. But that being said, this has been another episode of the We Here Now podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, if I can get a like, comment, or subscribe, and you can be part of the train. With all the Diddy allegations going on, I don't even want to say nothing about trains, baby oil, stairs, free, off, nothing. I don't want to say nothing about that. But if you are new, you locked in, you rock with the mob, whatever you want to call it. I appreciate y'all. If you are a returning viewer and you somebody that you don't even wait for me to post my ID, you pop them in your YouTube and you already watching, man, I appreciate y'all because that definitely helps me with the algorithm. But I already like to do these little tangents when I do my outro, but I'm gonna stop doing my tangents. I'm just gonna go ahead and get on out of here, and y'all can see me when y'all see me. If y'all don't see me, I mean, I don't know what to say. Y'all, I'm trying to figure it out. You probably, I'll be here, I'll be there. I might just pop up.